Good afternoon, I am Steph and this is my channel Knots and Needles, and this is where I talk about stuff that I make. And today's video, as you can see by the title, is about getting back into yarny crafts like my knitting and crochet. I took a 1 month break and that was 8 months ago, so it's been a wee while, and I feel the urge coming back. So we're just going to kick off with what has brought this back, and it is me just trying to just chill the F out, right? I've been a wee bit highly strung recently, so I was like, do you know what, I'll dig out some crochet. So this is one of my projects, and it is your classic hexagon cardigan. If you watched any of my videos, you know I'm always behind the times. So I think these were trendy a few years ago. The pattern is from Craft and Copper. It costs like a £5. I know I could have watched YouTube videos, but she kept coming across my social media enough times that I bought the pattern because I am an idiot. So I've nearly done. I'm just working on the sleeves. No, I've not 100% followed the pattern because I struggle with following patterns. And I'm keeping it at the cropped length. This is made with Aran Weight yarn from Hobbycraft. It is 100% acrylic and it is the WI brand. Soft and smooth. So that's the brand. And so yeah, I also had run out of grey, of that type of grey, so I've moved on to a different type of grey now, which is somewhat irritating. I didn't want to have to go buy another ball. So yeah, I'm going to keep it at the crop length because it cuts really nice at my natural waist. It's quite heavy. I need to do the sleeve, and I love it. I think it's amazing, and I can't wait for it to be finished. I really enjoyed making that, and it's come together like super fast. So I'm not sure what I want to make after I finish this one, because it's just been a super enjoyable make, like proper mindless. Once you get going on those hexagons, it is super mindless. So I would recommend anyone who has interest in crochet to go ahead and pick that up. Now the rest of my projects, oh my god, let's stick with crochet for now, shall we? I've not been on Ravelry in forever, and I've not been on like Yarny TikTok or Instagram because I've not wanted to be influenced. So that sort of thing has stopped being shown to me in my various algorithms. But this is a crochet jumper, and this is the Granny Go Round jumper. Now I've been making this now, must be for well over a year. And in that time, my husband's gained 10 kilos. So I'm not sure it's still going to fit him. But luckily, I quite like the colours. He chose this design. Now, I'm not, it's showing quite yellowy in there, but it's more like a mustard. You see I've got quite a long way to go. It took me forever to get past the sleeves. And it was just a lot of counting, so I didn't particularly enjoy this first half. But now I'm just going around in circles. It is quite enjoyable. But does that suit me? I think it's too light of a palette for me. But my husband is Auburn, so it will probably suit him better. So that is, my aim is to get it done this year, but possibly before spring, because it's not bringing me that much joy when I'm making it. I am making it with this amazing crochet hook. I will link the Etsy shop down below, and it's just a really simple interchangeable crochet hook, and it's just it's really nice to hold. So I'm really enjoying making that with that. So that'd be a good Ireland project, and going on holiday to Ireland, that would be a good project. Like just go round and round and round in circles, like real proper mindless. So that's the second crochet project. So I made a shawl for my mother-in-law last year or the year before, I can't remember. The years start to blur, you know, they really do. And I really liked it, so I thought I would start making another one, and then quickly lost interest because I stopped making stuff completely. So you can see I've got a little bit through it. Now, do you know, I didn't add this to my Ravelry, so I cannot remember what this is. Now, this is supposed to be like a nice, easy summer shawl. And I just can't remember what the pattern is. And burnt orange this kind of colour does suit me. So I think this would be a real perfect autumn and really good autumn make. Like a nice light scarf just to go with whatever you're wearing. And it is quite another, I really enjoy mindless crochet. So maybe this is another one I should pick up for Ireland actually, because I really wanted this one to be like a fade effect, because I've got quite a lot of cotton. This has been made out of cotton, and it is from, it's called Cotton Kings, and it's from Hobby. Colour 33, the cotton 84. I'll stick the link in the description below. That, I mean, I think that needs to come out actually. So that is in a Japanese knot bag, which for this type of project probably actually really good. So there, I think that's a yeah, that is definite contender actually, because that was quite good. I do need to find out what the hell the pattern was though. No use having Ravelry if you don't use it. And then I think I was trying to make another little crochet animal, a little bunny, when I was doing my amigurumi. This was a paid for pattern, I think, from a Ukrainian seller, and I just stopped doing that as well. I think I lost interest in amigurumi because my son has so many soft toys. Now I have a bag in front of me you can't see. It's one of those caddies, those diaper caddies. I bought two when I was pregnant, and one was for my little boy and the other one was for me, and it's amazing. The only problem is I overfill it. I cannot remember what's hot in these, honestly. And I want to start making like new projects again, like Cassie on a few new things. Okay, so this, I had this grand idea of making, a terrible person, making this amazing corner to corner blanket, and maybe I will finish it before I die, because I do really love corner to corner crochet. I love the blankets that you can make, and I've just got a load of acrylic. The pattern is one I designed myself, and it is a nautical quilt crochet pattern. And this, I have made some of the flags out of my pattern before because it is on my son's wall as his name. I finished that, then went into labour that night. Interesting fact. And I was going to sell this pattern because it took me a long time to come up with the design, and I just never got round to it. I think it's probably already been done by this point. It's the same with anything that I think is a good idea. I just take forever to get to it, and then someone else goes and does it. Usually better. I will try and get around to listing that. I don't have a specific Etsy to list it on, so it doesn't really fit in any of my niches. But I really wanted to make up the whole blanket first and be like, look, this is amazing. But you can actually just make really cute bunting with kids' names. I used to be in the Merchant Navy, hence why I like nautical flags. So that is definitely on a back burner. I don't think I'll get to that again this year because it was just a lot of counting, so it wasn't really relaxing. Oh, let's get on. Oh, we'll do the socks last, right? Because I've run out of sock needles because I keep casting on socks. Okay, this pattern I have just opened. This is Jason's cashmere hat by Sweet Fibre. Now I like hats. We have a lot of knitted hats in this house, especially since I got my windy randy machine that just cranks out hats. But now I was looking at like fall fashion and like what is a classic hat for winter that's really warm and just like will never go out of style. And then I came across this cable knit, and I've been wanting to get back into cable knits for a while, but I didn't want to like commit to like a whole jumper. And I was like, okay, let's just try a hat. And then, so this is 100% acrylic, and it's quite thick. So between Aran and Chunky, I have no clue because I don't save the bands because I like chaos in my life, okay? So this is how far I've gotten. I think I've only gotten through like one gable repeat. But again, this is actually way more of an enjoyable make than I thought. So I do want to finish this before, like, I'm going to give myself for December. I think this will be good to wear around like Christmas. It's like a really nice dark green, which again really suits me. The red and green are like a Christmas tree, and it's a really nice fit. I do really like it. So that is going to be like before Christmas. That needs a project bag. That needs to go in a project bag. Now let's move on to socks, because I have a few. So I have a problem with socks is that as soon as I get to the heel turn, so I knit the heel flap, that's fine. And as soon as I get to the heel turn, I just stop because it requires a bit more counter, and I think, oh, I'll just come back to that later. And then I just don't. So I've forced myself now. This week, for the rest of this week, all I'm going to do is for every pair of socks, I'm going to do the heel turn and I'm going to start on the gusset. So this is what I did this morning, is I did that. So that is one, and I love the colours on this, absolutely beautiful. So this is in just a little bag that I got from Hobbycraft, and then I added on my own embroidery, and the blue yarn is obviously in a little yarn cozy. I have my little bag with all my notions. So I like having all of my socks and a little notions pouch in each bag. And so I'm testing out all my bags at the moment to see which ones like I actually do like the most. This is actually a really perfect size. And you know, I've had a really weird idea. What if you could embroider like the sock pattern on the back for all the bits that you forget? So I always forget the heel turn maths, like how far along do I go before I do my knits and then turn around and go back and then do my purls. I always forget. So maybe, and then having the grafting on it as well. Is that a really weird idea? Because I hate having to dig out my phone all the time, because sometimes by the time it gets to the evening it's dead, so it's just on charge, or like it's in a different room. And because I get so distracted by my phone, like incredibly distracted, so I go just to open up the sock pattern, the PDF, and then I'm like, oh, I have an Instagram notification, and then that's me done. I'm down the rabbit hole then, and I hate that. I hate that about myself. So that is why I like stuff not to be on my phone, which is probably why I don't log anything in Ravelry. So that's one sock that I'm currently working on. We will get it done. Oh, I don't remember what's in all these bags. This is another project bag that I made that is reversible. I made from fat quarters, and I love it. It's quite big though, so I think you could fit like a shawl, the start of a shawl in here. I think it's possibly too big for socks. This is, so again, really stunning yarn that I've been trying to get around to for years. Another little yarn cozy. And how far? These are going to be shorty socks, because the idea was I was going to wear them all summer. And that's how far I've got of sock 1. These are all sock 1. I've not even got around to sock 2s. So again, I got down to the end of the heel flap and then just stopped. Because this is just, honestly, it's just the prettiest yarn. This is my problem. I fall in love with every skein and don't want to use them. So these, again, I probably won't pick these up till next summer, but then I like having the needles free, and they're quite a quick make. So I think, again, we'll do the heel turn, we'll get onto the gusset, and then I can then just pick it up then. Because once you're on the main bit, it's just really easy. And knitting helps clear my mind, honestly. I've forgotten how much it did help me decompress in the evening. And if I just need to take 5 minutes, I can just do a little bit of knitting, and it really does help. So that's 2 socks. They're all sock 1. We have another bag. Oh yeah, I went wrong on this sock. So this is just from a Crochet Society when I used to subscribe to them. Again, we have another little notions pouch holder. So these are for, I think I bought this yarn when I must have been about 20, so about 13 years ago, right? God. And they've already been ripped back once. And this, I've just put a little stopper on the end as well. Now, you can see I actually did get round to doing the gusset because I got my stitch markers in, but then I realised that I didn't actually do the instep, the heel turn. I didn't do the heel turn. So I'm going to have to rip all this back, I think, because I don't think there's any way of adding it in afterwards. So that does need to get ripped back, and then I need to actually do the heel turn. Because I was trying to knit on 9-inch circulars, but of just like one 9-inch circle. I think I saw one of the knitting YouTubers do it, and I was like, that seems fun. But I think it just aggravated my wrist a bit. So yeah, that's another one. I wonder what's in here. This is a makeup bag. Another sock. Haha. Oh, this one I forced myself to do the heel. This yarn I got in Germany, and it's really very pretty. Again, we got another little Notions case. This one has my logo on the back. So that one I stopped. Can you guess why I stopped? Because I need to do the toe. So I made my husband some socks for Christmas, and one of the toes is grafted in the wrong direction. Not that way, that way. So I need to just rearrange stitches and do the toe. A nice long, hopefully tight fitting sock. So I would like to get the second one of those cast on and have them finished, like I think for the end of September. I possibly need to come up with a schedule for all this knitting since I don't actually have that much time. So yeah, that one I've definitely progressed further. What's in? Oh, there's no socks in here. I just put yarn in a. So that is the Notions case for that. This is one of my bento bags. I really like the bento bags, and I've got the Kitchener stitch right on there. So this, I think it's going to be one of my next socks. I'm sure I had another sock kicking around somewhere, an orange one that I cast on that was going to be a bit more of a complicated make because my husband bought me 52 socks, the book, and it's all these different patterns and it's amazing. And I cast on, I wanted some really thick DK weight socks. I don't know where that's gone actually. I need to have a look. Might be a different place. But this, I just wanted to put the yarn in a cute bag. So that's that colour. A really fun spring comer, so I probably won't cast those on this year. I just wanted to put some yarn in a little yarn cozy and to see if they actually fit in the bag, which they do. Well, hey. So all those projects, all the socks and my hat fit really nicely in there. And then I've got, so that's all my projects. And I don't really feel like I should be casting on any new projects while I have so many still to go, especially with the socks. So yeah, even though the temptation is as soon as I finish my hexagon cardigan, which I probably will be able to finish this weekend, the temptation will be to immediately cast on something new. I'm going to resist that urge. I'm really going to try and resist that urge. Like, really, really try and resist it. Because I want to start off 2024 with like a clean slate. But I do have some Debbie Bliss Cash Merino Aran. I have a bag of it, and it's beautiful blue. And I tried casting on a jumper, and I got very confused. It's like a tealy petrol blue, which I just love the contrast. Oh, it's so stunning. Now, if you've seen any of my sewing content, I have made what's called the patina blouse, and I made it in a quilting weight cotton, so it's quite thick and it's got quite poofy sleeves, but it's brown with clocks on it, with different colours, mostly in the browns and beige colourways, and it actually has become quite a make I really come back to. It's really comfy, and it just goes with like all of my trousers. So I've got navy blue trousers, I've got some orange trousers, I have some yellow ones as well, my jeans. It just goes with sort of everything. But trying to get a jumper over the top is a wee bit annoying because the sleeves are so big and it's got quite big arms. And I was like, so I'm not a huge fan of putting a jumper underneath because it doesn't make me feel that comfy, and I have to be comfortable with my clothes, otherwise I just get extremely frustrated. So why I don't wear tights. I really hate tights. So I thought I could make a deep V-neck vest, but I cannot find a sweater that's designed for Aran weight, a vest that's designed for Aran weight, because that is a project I would cast on like in a heartbeat, because I'm looking for something that has to be knit in the round as well. I'm not seaming up the sides. It's just not something I'm prepared to do. So I have been looking for a free pattern, I've not really managed to find one, so I think I possibly have to go down a paid route. But I don't really want to do that if it's not something that I'm actually gonna wear again, like something I'm gonna make again and again, because I'm fed up of wasting money on just something that I'm gonna wear once. Because I'm not sure, what if a vest doesn't suit me, or what if that blue doesn't go with that brown? In my head, it does look really good, like a really beautiful colour palette. And even if I put the wool next to the blouse, it might still not work. But I think knitted vests are really good, like transitional piece, especially if like you've got some nice jackets. I've got some nice tweed coats, and I don't necessarily always want to be putting a massive jumper underneath. I want something just a wee bit lighter. So if you have the perfect pattern recommendation, please let me know and drop a comment, because I am on the look. Plenty of ones for DK weight, but not for Aran weight. So that is a wee bit of a conundrum. I also managed to obviously buy some yarn while I was out the other week, and I got 2 massive balls, all acrylic, and I think that they're my colourway. And I don't know what I'm going to make. I'm maybe going to make a scarf or a shawl, or if the hexagon cardigan ends up being something that I wear repeatedly and really come back to, I might make another hexagon cardigan, because I really like the colourways. It's a wee bit neutral for what I actually tend to go for, but I'm trying to have a wardrobe that suits my colouring a bit more, instead of just, ooh, pretty colours. Yes, I have that. Like, I have a teal blue top sewn, and it's really comfortable. I love it, but teal blue is just not my colour, unfortunately. So yeah, that's I need to wear stuff that suits my palette, and I think I want to go for a more traditional autumnal look this year. Like, just, I've never done the whole traditional thing, so yeah, I think that's the route I'm going to go down. I do want to make my son a hexagon cardigan, because I've been trying to do a little bit of crochet with him while he's playing in the morning, like sat on the playmat, and he's now got his own crochet hook and a little bit of yarn. He's only 2.5, right? But start them off young. Like, you learn these skills when you're young, and you will come back to in adulthood when you realise the pressures of adult life are horrifically shite. And let's go back to all the hobbies we learned as kids, and loads more men are picking up these hobbies. Loads more men traditionally did these. So for me, I know it's something that helps chill me out. So maybe it's something that will help him when he's older, when he's an adult. So yeah, I'm just trying to do like 10-15 minutes in the morning while he's playing with his trains, and he then sometimes sits with me and we try and do it together. So I want to make him a little hexagon cardigan, because have you seen the little hexagon cardigans for kids? They are cute. But he does not look like our child. He's blonde hair and blue eyed. So I think these 2 colours together would be absolutely perfect for him and really make his eyes pop. So yeah, that is my current plans, is just to crack on with my projects. Yeah. And if you've made it this far, thank you very much. Everything that I can possibly try and remember will be linked below. And what project would you like me to see finished next? And if you have any like knitting people that you follow, let me know, because I've just gone back into my knitting and I've seen a few things now come up on my YouTube page, and I am enjoying it. I really am. People are so talented, and I don't class myself in that. I'm not talented. I'm very basic. So yeah, I'm looking for new people to follow. My YouTube needs a bit of a refresh. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.